face. Awa Mohammed Atrasi, awa, let's say.
Yamia do honorable.
Awa, the coup d'etat in Gabon. And ra, yes, a for boss, ye be di hum komo no pay kakra. Ye no we are na ye honorable ko from this is such a central and Francis Adenimo. Francis Adoma conference so Ashanti regional MPP organizer. Ye be sin konya na share MPP in Sensem kakra eda fei kuku a ekoso no. My interest na no pay dey beto dwane say Cameroon president Paul Biya was a military guys no. If it's also watching so 41 years, when you're 90 years, and he say unse ejada yonko abodu semo na was ensure so dear home. And he the wire. Awa yonko Gabon. What do you know so far about Gabon?
Well, I think said we can the military has taken over.
Yeah.
Or they've toppled the government of Ali Ben Bongo. But interestingly, Ali Ben Bongo and Kasa you be a man for Ebonis Subo.
Okay.
Se onye President Omar Bongo yang Kasa Niemba.
Okay.
There are those from Gabon who say he was picked from children's home. Okay. He was an adopted son.
Wow.
But onono Ali Ben Bongo or dispute asemna man for ekano.
Okay.
And said wedi kai kano onene papa omarulwa. And my problem is about African leaders.
Okay.
Just last month in Niger, coup d'etat is here. The recent coup d'etat, you might be tempted to ask yourself, say, what are the questions or what are the reasons for these recent coup d'etats on the continent? Ebia coup ebekoswo Niger. The reason ebekoswo is different from the reason ebekoswo Gabon. Ebia coup ebekoswo Mali ebe different from the reason ebekoswo Gabon.
Okay. And
Ali Ben Bongo warula che. When say in the history of Gabon ankasa, president se omonya president ankasa only three people.
Okay.
Leon Mba the Ojiv independent momo, and then President Omar Bongo the late, and then Onwa Ali Ben Bongo. Yetuno and free so.
Okay.
These are the only and other countries virtually the same. Senegal almost 4 presidents, but how number of years are French for Eddie Omo independence amomo.
Okay.
And I think so the recent coups and we need to ask yourself, say, the democracy is it serving a purpose? Is it serving the people? A people-centered leadership.
Okay.
You are there because of the people. Say amount for new you can't serve.
Okay.
Say amount for new you can't serve. So why should you be there, Paul Biya, since 1982? Wow, up till now. Ope dien na ope. Ekuyoku dien na ope. Aden. Shedeni Sassou Nguesso. Ewo Congo Brazzaville. Ono so was 44 years.
Yes. Is it ono any way no? When I second, Cameroon is second on your first.
Yes. Sahe Theodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasungu of Equatorial Guinea. Ono so was since 1979.
Okay.
Since 1979.
Okay.
Ono kra de say atiaja say kra ayetan ne ba na vice president ne ba
Equatorial Guinea
ne ba na vice president.
Ono ne ba wo.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So ena me ka ha say oftentimes ya na oti say metese amanfo bo president Akufo-Addo ana president Mahama Echi family and friends gam ukoma bi so ayetan. Okay. Time and like you only be biaka. But I think say Ekueko I so disturbing.
Okay.
The recent coup d'etat one of the things I say shake near can yi.
But Usha Gabon dia is interesting say in Gweme. You say sa tribe na
Ufrino.
Bongo film na no mu no fi. Na yeso be soja panyi kro be dan guard na no ya nyum bi ma no. No ana me penyum no but my ya me nyanyum no. Enyum no title ye honor and loyalty. And say odibuo ne ani die ebe som no ya nyum no wa kira soja fo ni nyina ato. Ada bia woto. So ade na be trigger say okay ya contest election. Omanfo na sa ato amambio. E change constitution ya referendum. Omanfo na sa asesa ne bio. E die se me nko but de ato aba musiboy.
Uze yenya disputed election that wa Gabon.
Okay.
2016 is a clear example.
Yeah.
Unse omo electoral system na omo no ye primus inter pares first part the post.
Okay.
And yet 50% plus 1 said ye Ghana ye use. And I be obeko Nigeria we need 25% of the 2/3 of the state no. Omo de any a simple majority.
Unya 5 crowd.
Yes, we are simple majority.
Is any part 3 million no? Arena 1 vote to grab it.
And no winning.
Okay.
So in 2016, on Jean Ping, you know, make Jean Ping was him. Yeah. The then opposition leader. Jean Ping no, ekuako, waye jumada under onwane papa. Ye President Omar Bongo.
Okay.
No, ye foreign minister during that time in the late 90s. And later on, a African Union chairman of the African Union between 2008 to 2012.
Okay.
Was I Juma or you and ye diplomat?
Okay.
So in 2016, disputed election. Ali Bongo nyap around 49%, Nusunya around 48%. So it was fiercely encountered in that election. I encountered and even if elections course indications but say foreign observers were not there. Foreign observers are back. Okay. Because amount for who say a chinchim position in sa. Now only interestingly, to abandon internet in shut down El Gabon.
Okay.
Internet in ya kata bibia nkoso. Enwa ye tu no free abanu afi onu by internet we bie mu by internet e ka say amount for ma receive no
anti
odumi video no
odumi internet no ba ye pam no ne de wa ma ya so and onu no kasa say go for me but join me live now on Facebook Kessben FM na yentie kakra yentie mampeni Ali Bongo yentie ni kakra.
And I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world to tell them to make noise. For the people here have arrested me and my family. My son is somewhere, my wife is in another place, and I'm at the residence. Right now, I'm in the residence and nothing is happening. I don't know what's going on. So I'm calling you to make noise, really. I'm thanking you. Thank you.
Okay, and President Ali Bongo and Motini Kano. As I'm later, by interesting General Nguema or a 48-year-old. I'm going to call no call announcement, no count. But Omuya no Mabuni didn't say he's a new leader.
No take over.
Na Onona a Buama Bipia Corso. A duty must say, or no, share Jumano or share today. Joma Pamuni no my announcement, and Omakuru Naswa, a war Gabon Bontino. I want Usha Sania Kurumani near Siagia. Historically, December began a Kuakozi, Junior G says, do something before you die. In the end, they know not the same people, they will come back, no more say so.
One thing now, as I call the recent coup, it seems the coup leaders, they have the support of the people.
Okay.
Minim se washe no so. Shadia I see wo Niger. Shadia I see wo Burkina Faso. Shadia I see wo Mali. Shadia I see wo Guinea and recently Gabon. I say amount for nankasa omoni ji say ye tu abai no afri akonya so.
Okay.
Minim se washe no so and even share the idea cost wo Niger no when General Tiani mo ebe tu Mohamed Bazoum abai no. Okay. I said they have the support of the people.
Baza Kotwaba, to say Abaya Ali Bongo Swabini. Yeah. Now, Equia to say Ghana, MPP near NDC. It be a 2024. Me the example, me someone when you see bonnet. Now, Mampenia Kufado, Eddie Mahama. Now, Odemamfa 2020 example, say Chem. Now, Obeko Puli, according to opposition leader, a friend of Albert Ondo Osa.
Yes.
Ondo Osa say, baby, I know stronghold, no Bekono. Omo ma would referee presidential race in Kranim and one picture of ballot paper, so by no Denis. I mean, what you say?
Yeah.
Say about 2 Banabi Abaco Northern region. Now for my President Mahama, the picture, but if we don't call nomine, Gum Monomine, Udike Moni, or Kahono de Omo, so plus the president. That is from the opposition. And young can you let commission some printed ballot papers. But main opposition in picture, Maso. I'm going to come say error.
Yeah, was a democracy Takashi Bibia the room, voter suppression, voter intimidation, Bibia, just to make sure say they will cling on to power. Okay. And for the African leaders, most often, na almost security concerns to protect their regime, not the people.
Okay.
That was the reason why
I like the word.
Yes, now more security concerns is to protect their regime, not the people.
The omo ye no munim senye.
Yes.
Nti omo de bo omo ho ba.
Omo ban no mo bo enye amamfo mo okrum no. That was the reason why Tinubu last 2 weeks or so when ECOWAS soldiers ECOWAS leaders ombe encounter Niger with military we no amamfo ka say na what na ho ama Boko Haram terrorize amamfo. Now so say two obi like soldier for now the democratically elected president na sa to.
Meanwhile also democracy.
Meanwhile for won't protect you.
Won't
protect you. And that's the reasons why African leaders have to take a close look at what they are doing.
Okay.
Honestly, I say we know a new wave of second independence.
So far coup d'etat say na records me
yenya Mali,
okay.
Yenya Guinea,
okay.
Yenya Burkina Faso,
okay.
Yenya Niger, Yenya Chad,
okay.
and then Gabon Aba.
Okay.
And say Guinea Madika Abo. Guinea Mabo Mamadi Dumbuya.
Even if you countries in Biaka, no man careful, I bet twice.
Yes, a bit. I sounded the road. I sounded the caution. And no,
what are the countries?
I was talking about foreign Yasingi. Yadi Mabanu Togo.
Okay.
Ono so ne papa betwa omo ye kum Silvanus Olympio in 1963.
Yeah.
Ne papa ka ho ne ye da ku no.
Okay.
1967 na Yadi Mabetena aban so.
Okay.
Wa waswa from 1967 till 2005 owu ye.
Okay.
Oh yes, so foreign Yasingi betena so up till now that's what it so.
Okay.
Ono so ne papa almost serve around 56 years.
Okay.
Ukaboma. Apart from that, Paul Biya.
Okay.
Denis Sassou Nguesso.
Cameroon.
Yeah, Paul Biya, Cameroon. Denis Sassou Nguesso in Congo Brazzaville, and then Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbassongo. Yeah, Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
Paul Biya, Cameroon. Foreign Yasinge Togo. Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbassongo of Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
But yana shasha adewe. Mimi who said the Western people they are hypocrites. Adentina leaders omotina suche. They have the concerns for some countries, but some of the countries they don't have concerns.
Okay.
You see, what is good for the goose must be good for the gander. Why will you dispute Muammar al-Gaddafi's leadership in Libya, Paul Kagame's leadership in Rwanda, but you are okay with Paul Biya being the head of Cameroon? You are okay with Teodoro Obiang Nguema since 1982. You are okay with Obiang Nguema Mbassongo, our Equatorial Guinea. You are okay with foreign Yasingi. Why? These are all puppets of neocolonialism and imperialism, said by Omampeni, the late Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Okay. They are there to front, to protect the interests of the West, and that's all.
Okay.
So even the disruption echoes over the Sahel region. The Western African enclave no. Gaddafi yebetu no Africa kunya so kasembi osia ana uwa. One of the things that ABC the destabilization of the Sahel region. Okay. But man function so. Unim say Gaddafi then time oye president Libya. Some of the rebels are more. He helps them to or the omo the sheni soje mo aban. Just to make sure so be cool mo tempest.
Okay.
The Tuareg rebels, okay. The Al-Qaeda, okay. The ISIS, the Boko Haram, okay. Some of them. Yes, just to make sure, say, like, come on, tempest. Yes, but you know, are destabilizing the Sahel region. Yes, there is one leader called Ali Al-Bahaga. Fronted the movement for the national liberation of Azawad. These are Islamist group. Free Mali, okay. Mauritania and Algeria. All of these people, some of them, not Gaddafi, just to make sure say become the tempest. Okay. But the West found. You imagine, US have military drone base in Niger. Must spend around $100 million. The French have troops in Mali, okay. In Niger. Okay. Why are we still not being able to fight those insurgents? Okay. Argentina fight you. Okay. They just come there, protect their interests, give them weapons, then they fight the people just to make sure say resources no on beba bibia. Okay. Said we di kan kanu suro di oben wo. Ni oben wo no said you di kan kanu. Soldier na sisi obe wo ba be wo so no. So no fast pa. Here were various examples. Thomas Sankara Blaise Compaoré e Burkina Faso. Okay. DR Congo. Between Patrice Emery Lumumba, the former prime minister, and then Mobutu Sese Seko Kuku Mbengu Wazabanga. No, I know a chief army.
Okay.
Ono ano be two na free na ban so.
Okay.
Share the idea e course so ewo Guinea. Mamadi Doumbouya and then President Alpha Conde.
Okay.
Or any of us ono ano mano I enlisted within the French soldiers I had trained and ono ano baba two na free agwan so.
Okay.
So e course. And I think say we have to take a close look as Africans, the whole of Africans. They say take a close look. How then a recent coups are those in Africa? Say the medical canon. This is the second wave of independence. Abrofwa my independence. Say yes, I found who the every year and crop for.
I like the statement.
Yes, this is the second.
As now I can move.
Yes.
Same se can and ra. And the same se repeat. Also the abeto so.
Yes.
Also coup d'etat ne woman send ye. Send ye actually books mono. But I
this is the second wave of independence. Ayenya.
That's Abrofwa my fa who do you know? Yeah, before no sad
yes.
Gentlemen phone before say
yes.
The abebo ya say nya fa.
Yes, people are learning.
Okay.
Say the medical canon. The reason why coup will go on in Niger might be different from the reason why coup will go on in Gabon.
Okay.
Share Niger, Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso.
Okay.
Majority of the concerns are anti-French sentimentalism.
Okay.
Because Muni say France for na babe shomoso.
Okay.
Omudi omu atunkwasum. In 1957 or so, when General Charles de Gaulle, the president of France, invited the French various francophone leaders no so momra no mun discuss about said the independence e be ma omo. In Guinea in 1958 they gained their independence, but before that caveat at France e dey to ma the francophone countries omo rule omo say omo dey omo found e be ma omo. But there are 4 things that still France ne be keep. Number 1 finance. Omo sika omo dey beto the French bank.
Okay.
Number 2, military. France will have control over their military. Number 3, resources. France will have a say in their resource. Number 4, international relations and foreign policy. So do you believe, say, French countries, francophone countries, the 80% of the reserves to French bank, French National Bank.
Wow.
Now, moi sa kwa loan, musika no so asset to your interest.
Radio huni pamabo. Awa Mohammed ena motine kano. Naza wa ushemu abrofo no fa bi o ha. Edisa Ghana kwame ene akua say US abe military base okroma.
Yeah.
US military base na okroma no. Omo soldier for ba omo hia passport. They only need the ID card just so a soldier ni.
Yeah.
Wa betina kroma. Oba not even your president kura ni access say obekọ military base. Military base America be okroma.
Yeah.
Your president kura ni access. Say obetimi ya commander in chief of Ghana Armed Forces or we kroma no. And she say I am paying for na ye ni say ono kura ni to me so obekọ military base. Amono soldier for ne ba ye nseche wo mo.
Yeah.
Odu custom ni immigration ya me kura me Ghana ni no me di wa e be seche on de omutwam. Ofi kroma e kwa said dey na odi free e ko said dey na odi free e ko ono so ye nseche no.
Yeah. If you read the book written by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, New Colonialism, the Last Stage of Imperialism.
Yeah.
Okay, nsema okay nyina ewom.
Okay.
You the mechanisms used by the Western world
Okay.
to impose their new colonialism.
Okay.
Oftentimes, you see, say, leaders are Murulu and African.
Yeah.
They don't have the support of the people, but they have the support of the imperialists.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the reason why say election in Mali. France for best sponsor Soumaïla Sisi si ombejina. That's the reason why Paul Biya has been the puppet of the French. Alassane Dramane Ouattara is a clear example. Sekou ebe kosu ewo Guinea, ebe kosu Niger, ebe kosu Mali, no aboichia. What about Alassane Dramane Ouattara who twists the constitution just to favor him? Nemreasu SSOko. I didn't know best is a constitution just to give me an advantage. So on Santuan leadership no so.
Okay. As a Cote d'Ivoire so kra mu take.
Comment it?
Cote d'Ivoire so mu take.
Yes, that's the reason why I talk about the hypocrisy of the West.
Okay.
So you see, sir, your resources. But abrofo unse omo be colonize here. Ade amodi share mu educational, literacy and numeracy. Know anything about practical education.
Okay.
So that's the reason why before colonialism, now you have your own craft. What kind of books written by historians? You mom we can tell within all those. But ene among for be jai.
Obi pe coach ni.
Yes, that's you.
Is ya na mo coach ni.
Yes, you OJS, you ba be we catch us kopeketi na MVT. Oh masa crown school ko be den.
Okay.
Obi a person colleague, obi a person. Meanwhile, and no, Germany is Germany because of nothing but technical and vocational education.
And China.
Yes. So I didn't know me my practicals and my machine.
Okay.
Because you need industrialization, you need industrialization. So
Ochina ebesa to ankomo isi. Yeah, me messages ahodo a eba pa. Ochina no pa. Ebesa hwe. Ochina be hwe African countries na omo mpanya tra so ache. Na yekoso okurum ho. Ede na betimi atrega say omo so so omo ko. Ana omo so so omo tra ho. Na afen so yen West African countries na ye de 4 years bia ye to aba no. Ye leadership system especially Ghana we two party states say MPP ni NDC no. What should be the dynamics? They no so omo ye I be boama ye nyina ye hwatwe. But Julius Malema South Africa.
One of the guys I really revere.
Very vociferous.
Or no any Professor PLO Lumumba of Kenya.
Yeah.
No, I like this.
Never to just no Kenya foreign affairs minister cuz I will say omo de zeze no. Omo hu de nti omo te Africa na bro for the barrier abeto te yentem.
Yes.
Enti foreign affairs minister o Kenya I announcement no enwumre say omo yi barrier bia wo Kenya. Edu wo any African country na be so be tra Kenya be di afe mfie mienu be so be bie djuma ho be so be ware wo ma ho o so you are welcome o so no de enyan se ye be soro ye ho abi before enti bibini bia e betumi aba ba ye ntie Julius Malema lensem odi to dwane bimra.
There is no France without Africa. The day Africa liberates itself from France will collapse as a country, because France, it is based on everything African. They don't have anything to offer to themselves. They keep on taking from Africa. So please, let's make sure that we plow the idea of African unity. We may not be there when Africa gets one president, but we'll be the ones who have planted that idea amongst our children, and our children will salute us forever. There is no
okay awa enti otie Julius Malema of the African Kabomu ebeboa ma western countries no said they almost exploit yen go di omo wia ma eno na me ya analysis bi eno me wia na me bi Saudi odi twato Portugal ba Ghana ombe colonize yen UK 4 by ebe wia gold ni adi nyina ne South Africa gold nyina omo de koy China for chance adwe hu say colonial time no omo amayibi edezi omo so anya nimde na omo to omo prisoners omo yi omo abegu ha ena omo so ewo Galamsey site ena omo so wia gold no omo ya na omo smuggle na omo so de ko de other better ewo na ye kodwa so ye wia ye dia bedafo na to so
I think say Ochina better so, but me one thing is say number one, I'd want to say this. You and a Bugos.
I didn't hear.
You and a being say Africa, you and a being free. Because 1945 October 25 year UN. Now Africa, how many of us any were independent as states?
Okay.
You can talk of only Ethiopia who has never been colonized on the continent. Liberia won independence in 1876 and Egypt in 1922. The rest of Africa in a nation kwasum. So by the time say UN ebano ni edika edi dada. You hear UN spend around $3 billion on budget for the whole year. America spends almost $1 trillion involving military bases, terrorizing, destroying the world. Argentina UN intimin kabibia emfamu. What is the reason why ICC, International Criminal Court, it be say yemfa Chastile amba no mon try no, but Donald Trump intimi fanema. Argentina you see IMF. Omoma loans to all the other European nations imperialists with small amount of rates. Na Africa the omo ne bia IMF, World Bank, unse World Bank FN IBRD. International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Intina omo kabo my from a Bretton Woods institution. They are just there. They are puppets of neocolonialism, imperialism. The only thing we have to do as Africans to make sure say, yen bat together, yen form a strong military, yen one currency. I don't bother say yen one president as Africa. And only hear me. What I just want is yen trade liberalism, yen trade liberalism.
Yamra together.
Yes.
Strong military.
One currency.
Not Yama free movement.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
That's the only thing we need.
Okay.
Yet me where I'm telling you, abrofo no they are dead. Say no, the new scramble say baby. Yenya the scramble of Africa, which was the Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885. But say so say another new scramble. That's the reason why oftentimes we US China conference, US Africa summit, China Africa summit, Russia Africa. Ube se ni aswa before man na omuli de so bia kwa kwatena ho. Mekai the late John Pombe Magufuli of Tanzania.
Mema won kan nyina otena ye beto aso. Otena ye beto aso.